Hi, my name is Yolaine Stout. The Backcountry Land Trust wants to celebrate each and every one of you today because you are the reason that the land you will see in this video is protected. Your support, whether it has been through donations, planned gifts, or volunteering, has made the saving of these beautiful parcels possible. In this video, we will take you on a tour of the Backcountry Land Trust acquisitions and let you know how together we can accomplish saving even more land in the future. The Backcountry Land Trust's first project was Roberts Ranch. 714 acres of ancient Engelmann oaks and green meadows off of Interstate 8 in Descanso were in jeopardy of becoming a major truck stop, complete with gas stations and convenience stores. With the support of neighbors and the landowner, the newly formed Backcountry Land Trust successfully petitioned federal funds to save Roberts Ranch. Now, Roberts Ranch attracts hikers, photographers, and artists. It showcases some of California's most endangered and beautiful habitats to travelers on Interstate 8. With our help, Roberts Ranch is saved and now owned by the U.S. Forest Service. Crest Ridge in Crest is another acquisition of the Backcountry Land Trust. It features 2,650 acres, complete with running creeks, massive boulders, and towering oaks. Had the Backcountry Land Trust not stepped in, this critical wildlife corridor would have been blocked by the construction of 92 homes. Bulldozers were already at work when we contacted the developer to assess his willingness to sell. With the help of the Endangered Habitats League, the Nature Conservancy, the Department of Fish and Game, and the developer, we were able to save Crest Ridge in all of its beauty. After the purchase, our volunteers restored a house for the game warden to live in, and we conducted educational programs for students at Granite Hills High School at the new preserve. A nature center designed by James Hubble is being planned for the site by the Endangered Habitats League. Wright's Field in Alpine is one of the Backcountry Land Trust's most prized acquisitions. Not only is it home to 5 of California's most endangered habitats, but it has also one of the highest quality native grasslands in the state of California. Although Wright's Field has had numerous development threats over the decades, we were able to negotiate a fair market price to purchase over 230 acres. It took county, state, nonprofit partners, and 3 different willing sellers together to make this dream a reality. Wright's Field is used as an outdoor classroom for adjacent Joan McQueen Middle School students. In addition, our meandering trails attract the public for numerous recreational uses. Future plans include purchasing the remaining grasslands, as well as placing the Spanish colonial rock wall on the National Registry of Historic Landmarks. A couple of recent acquisitions were accomplished by individual supporters who have donated land to our organization. Another example of how individuals have made a difference is that of Tom Dyke. He recently donated 80 acres in Putes Valley to BCLT for permanent open space protection. This property is rich in plant diversity and beauty. It shows how one person can impact the beauty of a community for future generations. San Diego County leads the nation in the amount of plant and animal diversity, yet 2/3 of it has already been developed or is otherwise utilized. The majority of diverse open space critical to the health of our environment can be found in our back country. Realizing the importance of protecting this open space, major federal, state, county, and nonprofit partners, including the Backcountry Land Trust, are involved in identifying and acquiring key properties that contain highest conservation values. A few of those partners are the County of San Diego, the Conservation Biology Institute, the Nature Conservancy, and the San Diego Foundation. Each partner plays a fundamental and vital role in protecting land in our backcountry. Collectively, through your support, we were able to leverage major funding for these acquisitions. 1,221 acres of those key properties have already been saved in the Potrero and Campo area by the Backcountry Land Trust. In total, you have made it possible for BCLT to save almost 5,000 acres. For every dollar that has ever been contributed directly to BCLT's operations, we have been able to leverage about 40 times that amount in partnership funding for acquisitions. Or, for every single person who has ever contributed to BCLT, 5 acres have been saved. Although we are extremely effective at what we do, there are still thousands of acres under threat. Saving and managing land is very expensive. Government resources are difficult to come by and not always available. More and more, BCLT will depend on planned gifts as a source of funding for operations, for acquisitions, and for land management. Throughout the United States, it has been up to individual donors to contribute the vast majority of funding for open space acquisition and management. And they have done so primarily through legacy gifts. Legacy gifts make large donations possible without significantly impacting current income or savings. We'd like to inspire you with one example. The Backcountry Land Trust's first legacy donor is Mark Leff. Several years ago, he set up a charitable remainder trust with the San Diego Foundation, which enables him to receive a monthly income. In exchange, upon his passing, BCLT will be the recipient of $100,000.
Well, you know, I'm maturing and getting older as time goes on, and I have nobody to leave my assets to, and so I decided that I would use it for the benefit of the environment, and I became interested in your operation in Wright's field, and I thought if I could do something to help that along, that it would be a good thing and it would make me feel good to have helped with, and so be. And basically speaking, the way it works with me is that I get, I'm paid for my lifetime a return on my money, which turn on the amount of the donation that amounts to just about 8% a year. No, I'm sorry, it's about 10% a year, I guess. And when I die, then it goes to, everything that I'm getting now goes to the land trust. And it was something I thought would accomplish both purposes, because I could use the income, and at the same time it allowed it to go to the backcountry trust eventually. And so that's the way it worked with me, and it made me very content with being in that position. Oh, I think so. I think for anybody who's going to donate money to any purpose, you can't improve on the environment, and I think that's a great way to be charitable in doing things. And I think that to combine that with income for one's lifetime to be helpful in the golden years, that it makes a lot of sense for anybody. There are a lot of organizations that are working with general charitable purposes, but ordinarily you think of when you're going to invest with, you're going to donate to a charity for environmental purposes, you think it's got to be in very large sums, and it doesn't really have to, because doing it the way that you people are going to do it with your legacy operation, small funds in quantity of funds will add up to large amounts of money eventually, and will be able to do it. If you take Wright's Fields as an example, if you get a couple of hundred people laying out for you a few $1,000s a piece, the first thing you know, you'll have the money available to pay for the land and have it in its entirety.
Following this video, we'll show you some charitable giving tools that are not only win-win situations for you and the land trust, but they have the capacity to dramatically build our ability to protect and maintain our precious backcountry open spaces for perpetuity. These tools represent a huge opportunity for each and every one of us to leave an important legacy. We hope you will be among the first to join the Backcountry Land Trust Legacy Society. Join us in thanking our donors, funding partners, and volunteers.
I know, it's great!
Wait, do you have letters? Bandana? Please. Your feet? All right. There, I'm thank you. How are you? Great. Hey guys, you ain't seen a wait. Did you get a letter? She's supposed to have one right now.
Like that, T-Man.